What's good, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This video is focused on this month. As you know, in the last 24 hours we've seen the fresh update, This Man, This Monster, go live in the game. What are my thoughts on it? Some kind of like tips and tricks, all that kind of juicy stuff in between. Let's talk about it. One of the main things on discussion is Unstoppable. As you know, with the end boss in Uncollectible, all the difficulties, we've got Diablo and obviously the Thing. And people were getting a little bit annoyed by the fact that Kabam seemed to roll out this kind of mid-combo, go straight into being unstoppable type mechanic that seems to be quite prevalent. As you know, we had the champion that had that kind of unstoppable thing fairly recently, but it is seeming to annoy a lot of players within the community. There are two types of people on this process of like, okay, is this game really kind of fun? And also, is it more challenging? And yeah, there's two different camps. There's the people that go, yeah, well, this is like, oh, this is easy for me, I can do this with the breeze. There's other people that go, I just want a stress-free experience. It's all about fun and just kind of playing game and not taking it seriously. And yeah, it's difficult for people to go and kind of mix in the same group. They both know that they love the game, but at the same time, yeah, with this kind of stuff, you're going to have people that are going to like it or not like it month in, month out. Dark Hawk last month was a bit of a joke because of the lag at the start of the battle, but was a little bit frustrating, let's face it. But let's go back to the focus of this video, and that is the bosses that you face off against, some pitfalls, some good things, some bad things about this particular month's event. We're going to strictly focus on Uncollected, but a lot of the things you can just draw some inspiration of when you're doing your Heroic and Master run. Fundamentally, this for me felt like a perfect opportunity to dust off the shackles of Blade with the usage of Danger Sense, especially with things applicable to the Mystic side of things, and as well just the villain synergy. This seemed to be a pretty good fit for him, apart from using him against the Thing. But there are a plethora of other champions to use in order to take down the bosses. We all know how to deal with Kang. It's always sticking him to the L1, and his L1 is a beam attack, so try and evade that the best you can. If you're struggling, then I would say using a champion like Captain Marvel, which absorbs, would be a good fit, or a champion like Ultron if, again, you're struggling against this particular character. Next up, we got MODOK, and you know, MODOK is an annoying character, yes, and like I said at the start of the video, this is a month for Blade, so utilizing the villain synergy is going to be somewhat helpful, but appreciate that not everybody has Blade as a champion. If you've got a champion like Quake, that's kind of cool, because it seems like this month as well, it kind of punishes more forceful activity, and we're going to talk about the Thing and using a champion like Quake. You know, that is a good fit for that, but we're sticking to Mr. MODOK, and for Mr. MODOK, yes, I did use Blade, but at the same time other champions will suffice. It's quite good to kind of get yourself to be heavied attacked by MODOK. So as soon as MODOK does that kind of spinning thing where he shoots fire at his ass and shoots it forward at you, and you can go in on the intercept and attack, but do watch out by doing that he could go into an auto block. An auto block is then going to be triggering off that explosive personality, which is really annoying, by the way, really annoying. So creating distance, maybe putting a debuff effect in that's going to be quite detrimental to the character's health, could be an option. Next up, and we've got Mordo. And now, this is the thing with using Blade. Like, yeah, okay, I'm pushing Blade, pushing him a lot. Yes, okay, the Mystic synergy is good. But Masochism isn't going to be too favourable for that. And the chances are that because this champion is defensive in nature, this is when a class advantage and also using a champion like Quake does come in handy for it. Yes, there are other champions. I would probably say for this one, even though you could like heavy yourself through Masochism, not heavy attack through, but kind of because you'll be up close and personal, using a champion like Omega Red could be quite helpful for that. But you're going to have to keep the power on the low key. So it may be best to then just like let the champion come towards you. You will have to break the blocks in order to then make sure he doesn't power gain quite so much. So it is tricky, but I'm sure that people will be able to kind of completely smash through this. The Thing, as we know, it's clobbering time. And unfortunately, this is the champion I think a lot of players are quite annoyed about. And the fact is that he goes into, after 15 of those rock shields he creates, he then goes into a very kind of unstoppable form. yeah, this is causing frustration with the community, and I'd probably say the champion, champion that I really loved using against this guy was Stark Enhanced Spidey, because I was able to build up those 10 charges, and once those 10 charges had been made, he was then an unstoppable critting machine and was just hitting off some lovely attacks. And then I did make mistakes, but then it was a case that I could just finish him off with other champions, but the initial damage output was still significant enough for me not to really worry about me going, right, well, I'm going to wipe out all my champions, I'm going to have to revive them. No, that wasn't the case, so that was good. I've seen people using Hyperion for this, in keeping him in a constant stun state and also damage outputting and building up to specials quickly. There are going to be so many other options as well. You know, Quake comes into this as well, so you're keeping your distance. You're then putting in plenty of aftershocks, stunning, and the touch. You're not touching him quite as much, so therefore building up the rock shield. And you know, again, so many other options of champions. Omega Red could be good for this one. And there's a class, not a class advantage. There's the fact it's a mutant, still good fit there. But I'm sure there's so many other champions. If you've got a suggestion for good champions to use against this one, and put them in the comment section. But I think it's a case that all champions could be used. It's just a case of trying to come up with clever ways to avoid him building up to 15 rock charges, rock shields to do anything. Okay, on to Red Hulk, and again it's another villain, so this is good. It's good to see this. As I said, it's great to have Blade because of the villain synergy, the mystic synergy, danger sense in general, and the fact that we can regen. It's class advantage here. So yeah, this is very much an event quest that's been kind of built for the usage of Blade. Yes, spike armor is going to be annoying. Yes, aggressive regeneration is going to be annoying, and the fact it's defensive and unblockable finale. Counter tactics, yeah, to a degree. The general kind of consensus and thought with this is keep the guy at the L1, put in a debuff effect from now and again, and make sure that you're building up for something, maybe even a stun of some kind. I think that you could probably use a champion similar to like Omega Red, where you're kind of up close and personal. But you know, you have to watch out for that 25%. When as soon as it gets below that, you're like, oh, I've got to get out of there, because all hits are going to be unblockable. So maybe something that causes a stun-based champion. Even, you know, this is the point where your intercepting skills have to be top-notch, your evades have to be top-notch. I'm sure that a lot of players won't find too much of an issue, especially if they've played against the champion in the Labyrinth of Legends. So if you've got plenty of skills and training with that champion, then it won't be too much of an issue. But like I said, L1's always good for this kind of stuff. Intercepts as soon as we reach 25%. And obviously watch out, because the champion is going to be defensive. Spiked armor is probably going to be the most frustrating. And aggressive regeneration, just hit the damn thing. That's probably the best thing. Just keep up your hits and everything will be fine. So we've got Wah Strange Diablo, because he looks a little bit like Waluigi. Doctor Strange and Diablo. Nearly forgot what the second one was then. But the fact is, this guy's a little bit annoying. And yes, I did use Blade against him. Yes, the fact that he's bleed immune isn't too great. But at the same time, it's, you know, I found it like more easier to do that, and it did a lot of damage. I then use Stark Spidey, so that's a good fit. Quake could be a really good option for this guy. Omega Red could be really good for this guy. There's a whole list of champion ideas that you could have. Put them in the comment section, help a fellow summoner out. I can't get a full list together. I'm sure there's loads of champions to consider, but I'm just thinking of the most obvious ones that could be of benefit. I do like the idea of Quake keeping a distance, being a class advantage, and also putting in the aftershock with a stun. And as well with Omega Red, you know, there's not too much of kind of like push for that. Life stealing that we've got there, you know, there's so many things that champion can do. Being quite close means that the champion is able to put on the poison. So also, you know, I would say for this, you know, it'd be great to have Archangel to kind of nullify all that regeneration, but he's bleed immune, so no, that's definitely not a good option. I think I played about with the idea of MODOK off the L1, providing some sort of reversing regeneration. Could you use Guillotine for this, or Guillotine? Maybe that could be an option. There's so many things, like, put them in the comment section below if you've got a better suggestion on how to interact better with Diablo. Now that has been a quick video that's just looking at the champions, special attacks, as well as optional champions, things to watch out for. If, like I said, you've got better suggestions, put them in the comment section below and help a fellow summoner out. And yeah, I'm feeling like crap at the moment, so my throat keeps on getting all kind of like horrible. I have one good day and then one bad day, one good day, one bad day. So I think I'm just gonna take a bit of a break over Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm gonna be pushing myself hard today and tomorrow with content, and just so I can cover myself and have a longer break on my throat, because hey, talking's fun, talking's part of this job of doing YouTube. But yeah, life, small tiny violin. Thanks very much for watching. I've been RichTheMan. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content, and I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.